Today I'm going to be walking you through this very fresh, romantic, pinky, girly makeup look that's perfect for this time of year. I always wear a version of this when this time of year comes around, mainly because I feel like it's just so wearable. It's great for special occasions. It's very bridal-esque if you want something a little bit more natural, but it's just like a nice, light, fresh look, and I love whipping this out around this time of year. So I'm going to walk you through it, show you all the products that I've been using. I have a bunch of new products from Charlotte Tilbury actually that I'm going to be using. Not sponsored, I'm just obsessed with their makeup. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. So I always go back and forth on whether or not I like to wear foundation or just do concealer. I'm kind of just in a concealer only phase right now, and I haven't been wearing foundation for a couple of months. I'm obsessed with this Natasha Denona concealer. She came out with this not too long ago, I believe, and I've been loving it since probably December, I think. I have the shade N3. What I like to do is bring this under the eyes. I'll do a dot on the forehead, chin, 2 swipes here on the cheek just to evenly distribute the color. And then I have a breakout here on my chin, so put a little there. And then blend it in. This is my favorite brush for blending in my concealer. I feel like it's the perfect size and the perfect shape. So I'm going to use this to just blend it in, evenly distribute it. Blend it down the cheek area, this side. And it kind of just like eventually goes over your entire face, but it's not the same as if you went in with like a straight foundation, because I feel like I'm still applying the same amount of concealer that I would even if I had on a foundation. It's just when you blend this out, it's distributing the product in a more broad area. So it is still like a lighter feeling on the face, but I still feel like you get like a decent coverage. Whatever's left over, I'm just going above the lip, on the nose, and then over the eyelids. I don't want a ton of coverage there on any of those areas, so that's why I'm waiting until the end so that there's a lot of product off the brush. Now I'm going to go into the Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder from Charlotte Tilbury. This is in the fair shade, and I'm just going to lightly set my face with this. I have been loving this powder. Usually I would go in with like a translucent setting powder, and I still like a translucent setting powder, but this just has a little something to it, a little razzle dazzle. I think if I had on a foundation, I think that I would still want my heavy duty powder from Laura Mercier, because this is very lightweight on my face and it's not a ton of product. I feel like I can get away with just this setting powder. It's also really great for touch-ups throughout the day. And then lightly set the eyelids. Perfect. For my bronzer, I'm going to go into the Hourglass Nude Bronze Light. This is one of my favorite bronzers ever. I think this is so beautiful. This is a very nice like neutral to warm toned bronzer. And I use the double-ended brush from Hourglass. Gonna warm up the skin. It's great if you're more fair like me, because it's not as dramatic as a lot of other bronzers, so you can work on building up the color without it being like too overwhelming. Some warmth in the chest. Okay, I'm gonna grab the MAC Studio Fix contour palette just to add a little bit more contour to my skin. I'm mixing these two together, which are Sculpt and Bone Beige. Just adding a little bit here onto the cheekbones, just to add that little do the jawline. I'm gonna do a little to my collarbones, a little bit of nose contour. And then this came out from Charlotte Tilbury. The packaging is so beautiful. It's the Pillow Talk Flawless Pink Soulmates Face Palette. So this is the outside, so beautiful. And it's like a little, I think this is a face powder. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I wonder if this is the face powder that I used on my face already, because it says one airbrush, but I don't know. I've tried it as like a highlighter and it is more matte, so I'm guessing it's just like a touch-up powder. And then this is the blush, and it's so, so pretty. It's just a very like, not necessarily bubblegum pink, but in that realm. So pick up the blush, and I feel like you can be kind of heavy-handed with it. By the time I'm done with my makeup, I do feel like the blush has faded quite a bit. Almost so pretty. And I'm gonna bring this on the forehead, neck, and also my chest. I'm grabbing the Film Star Bronze and Glow palette, and I'm gonna grab the highlighter from this. I'm first gonna bring this onto my nose. Cupid's bow, and then bring this here on the cheekbones. So for my eyes, I'm going to use the Pillow Talk eyeshadow palette from Charlotte Tilbury. Anytime spring comes around, I just pull out all of my Pillow Talk stuff from Charlotte Tilbury because it is just very like fresh, and just the light pinks just bring on so much of a spring feeling, and I carry it into the summer, and it's just like very just fresh and feminine, and I love it. So this is one of my go-to palettes to grab around this time of year, and I'm going to start with this light matte pink here first, and I'm going to bring that in my crease. I'm going to bring a little bit underneath as well. And then I'm gonna grab the color down here, bring this to the outer lid, outer corner, add a little bit of pizzazz. And then I'm gonna use that same color that I just used, just with a more precise brush. This is the E15 from Sigma. And I'm gonna focus this, ooh, I've got something in my eyelash. I am going to focus this right at the lashes. So it's a little bit more precise there and a little bit more pigmented. You can also bring this right at the lashes on the bottom. Okay, I'm going to grab this color here just with my finger. Just push that on the lid. It's kind of like a golden sparkle. For whatever reason, I thought this was more pink. And now I'm also going to take this color and overlap it with that, so it's a little brighter. I'm going to use that really light color with a brush here and pop that in the inner corners. And then also bring that up on the brow bone. I'm just curling the lashes. So I quickly went in with this Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is the naturally version. I don't know what that means, but I've been using this and liking it. And then I put on these Ardell 422 lashes, which are one of my favorites. And now I can move on to the lips. So this is a new, at least I think it's new, I could be wrong, but this is the Pillow Talk lip liner, but it's in the fair version of it. I know they have like different versions of this depending on your skin tone. So this is the fair one. It is possible that this has been out for a long time, but this is the first time that I've been trying it. And I really like it because it's a little bit lighter, a little bit more of just a light baby pink. So I'm going to apply this on my lips, and then I'm going to go in and deepen it up a little bit. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with Soar from MAC, which is one of my favorite lip liners. It reminds me a lot of Whirl from MAC, but it's a little bit more cool toned, very blue undertoned. I'm going to sharpen this really quick, and I'm just going to add this into this color because this is like a very beautiful, like muted pink, and this is also in that same realm, but this is going to add a little bit more of a punch. I'm using 100 lip products, but some things never change. Okay, so I've applied that to the border. So pretty. And actually, I was going to add a lipstick, but I think what I'm going to do is going to add a lip gloss. So it's a very Charlotte Tilbury day. This is the Pillow Talk lip gloss. So I'm going to put this on top. In this lip gloss, I feel like goes a little bit more beigey, where the lip liner went a lot more pink. So if you feel like you've kind of overdone it with the pinks, this lip gloss, while still in the pink family, does go a little bit more neutral, so keep that in mind. And this is the final look. It's just very romantic, very light and fresh and perfect for spring. That is everything for this look. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you end up recreating it, please send me your pictures on Instagram. I just love a nice, light, fresh, springy look, and you'll definitely be seeing me wear this all throughout this season. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye.